Good morning and evening, everybody, and welcome to the third live Zel Foundation team meeting. Today we're going to talk about last meeting, what we've been doing this week, and a short-term roadmap of sorts. So we've got news and updates and a Q&A at the end as well. In the last meeting, we discussed and welcomed 6 new team members. We released the V3 wallet 2 weeks ago after a lot of community feedback, and I think it's fixed all issues. That's the full node wallet we have. There are also a lot of questions about when the macOS and the Linux wallet was going to be released. That's been addressed this week, and there has been a release for macOS and Linux, and then website updates and when that's going to be released. So we've released the Copay wallet that covers Windows, macOS, and Linux, and there's also the Android version. We also have an iOS version, but we can't officially sign it and get on the Apple App Store. It's pretty challenging to get on there. We are working on it. The Copay wallet is a lightweight wallet, which is useful for slower PCs, and it's also better looking and 100% less geeky looking than the Swing wallet. But it can only use T addresses, so you can't send to a Z private address. You can't send from a Z private address. You can send to one though, I believe. Next in the news, ZelCash has been added to Gravix exchange. They're a small exchange just released, but I think it's kind of necessary for us to get on a better platform. They seem to be quicker than Stocks Exchange, and there seems not to be this whole controversy and lowering of volume of what happened on Stocks Exchange due to the news that went around about them. We're working about getting on different exchanges in the coming weeks and days. We're also looking towards decentralized exchanges in the nature of decentralization. So that's all to come in the next few days and weeks. And potentially, we may be working on our own decentralized exchange. There's not much else to say about that, though. We're looking for more devs to join the Zel Foundation, and we have more that are joining the Zel Foundation. I'm flying out to Sweden, and I'm meeting with Sparkit and a dev team in Stockholm, who are potentially going to help us incept what you guys have heard. ZelTrez around quite a bit. We're hoping to bring that to fruition with them and the other devs that Sparkit has found and who are looking to join the Zel Foundation now as well. But if you listen to this and you're a dev, competent in C++, JavaScript, that sort of area, coding and development world, or if you're a graphics guy, send us an email or fill out an application form on the website. Really appreciate it. And then finally, the updated website is under development. We're actually going to have 3 new websites, all releasing sort of coinciding with the potential release of ZelTrez beta in the coming weeks. Yep, so CryptoBridge is a decentralized exchange. I have talked to their dev team and they're happy to get us on there. The only issue is they can't quite shield coins properly right now. So any ZCash fork like us, they can't actually host right now, but we'll probably be one of the first Equihash ZCash forks to be on their exchange. Also, the Dev Fund, which has been a lot of people have been asking about, we're going to be moving that to a transparent address. We've got a date 26th of March 2018. It just coincides with my birthday. That's all. I'm going to move it there. Current estimate of the fund is around 12 million Zel, and we're going to move that to a transparent address so everyone can track transactions and what's been going on and where we're sending money. Next, Trunk, do you want to talk about the Damien bug patches that I think you fixed recently?
Oh, okay.
Yeah? Cheers.
Just give me a sec.
Sure, I'll quickly talk about ZelTrez then while you're finding your notes up for that. ZelTrez, potentially share an image at the end of this stream, and you'll find it in the Discord out and about. It's going to be a wallet. It's going to have an exchange built into it. It's going to be cross-platform, and can't say much else. We're aiming to make blockchain more accessible to the masses with ZelTrez, as well as not compromising on security. So that's all we can say about it now. It's in the early stages of development right now. We're coming up with prototypes and how we think it's going to look and work. So that's what there is on that front. Do you want to pick up now?
Okay, so for the patches I have done in the past days, that includes the easier build of the ZelCash. We have fixed the Rust, so you don't have to put the disable Rust command now. And we have fixed the permissions of files, so you don't have to use chmod +X to the files, so the building is now really simple. We have also moved the parameters to the default repository of Zcash. So if you are running more Equihash coins based on Zcash, you don't have to download the same proving key and use the default Zcash folder. We have fixed also some typos in the code and finished the rebranding to ZelCash completely, and some other bugs in the code. I've added a new DNS node, which I ran on my server and updated the node list. So that's basically it. Yeah.
Yep. Thank you, Trunk. Yeah, we are always working on fixing any bugs or issues that do arise. So if you do find any, throw them at us on Discord, abuse us with them, saying you still haven't fixed this, hurry up and do it, and we'll get to it straight away. So this is the short Q2 roadmap. So the next 3-4 months or so. We're going to be releasing the updated website, along with the white paper. We're sort of trying to get across the idea that the Zel Foundation actually runs multiple projects. The ZelCash is one of those projects, and one of our biggest focuses right now. ZelTrez is going to be linked in with ZelCash, and all the projects sort of interlinked together under the Zel Foundation. We're working on network improvements and fixes. We're talking with developers from other Zcash fork coins, Hush, ZenCash, and others like that. If they can help us, or if they have any suggestions, and sort of all working together. There's no sort of big rivalry really between the Equihash coins from our side really. They all seem to be happy to work together. An iOS wallet, failing getting a ZelTrez release on the App Store. We may try and just get on Coinomi, so you guys can actually use Zel on your iPhone, which I'm sure a lot of people own. Next, we have some community suggestions. So the unaudited financial statements, that's going to be sort of basically transparency of the dev fund. We're going to be happy to give that out there. We're a foundation. More on that. We are registering in Zug, Switzerland, where a lot of other cryptocurrency foundations register. We're working with the same guys that registered Ethereum over there. So it's going to be official. It's going to be a non-profit organization, and you guys will be able to look into that and audit all that sort of stuff as well, if you want to. Braille's asked for another listing website. Right now, CoinMarketCap is very difficult for us to try and get onto. I think their listing requirements now $100,000 worth of transactions per day, volume per day, sorry. So it's very difficult to get on there at the moment. Not sure what is meant by coin bots. Do any of the mods know what the person was asking regarding that? Okay. If you're asking for maybe a pricing bot or something like that, sure, I can be added to Discord, no problem. And then naming schemes, I think that's in reference. Our basic naming scheme is putting the word Zel in front of everything. So one thing everyone asks about is master nodes. The reason we call them master nodes is sort of everyone's on the same page of what they are. You have to stake coins, and then you have to keep this node up and running, and you get paid for doing so. We're going to rebrand those to Zel nodes in the new white paper, so people can sort of move away from this idea of what I think has really become master nodes being these sort of, you'd say, undesirable sort of coins that have not much future. Zel's not one of those, so we want to move away from that name of master nodes, something like Zel nodes, because they have a purpose. Okay, so it's a short one this week. If we're going to do a fire away now with a Q&A, so feel free to throw questions in YouTube and in the Discord, and we'll get to answering them. If you weren't able to make the live meeting, it was quite a short notice. We had to put it off a few days. We'll be doing another Q&A in a few days' time. So if you fill your questions in the #questions channel on Discord, we'll definitely get to them. Okay, we had a question. What is Zeltrez? Basically explained it before. It's a wallet. It does more things than just being a wallet. To get information about it, you can't get any information about it right now. There'll be more information provided soon. Another question was, has ZelCash considered BarterDex? We are listed on BarterDex, I believe, thanks to Sparkit for getting us on there. So you should be able to trade Zel on BarterDex. I don't think there's much volume on there, though, and we haven't officially announced it yet because I haven't had time to test it, and we quite have either. So we're going to stay open for another 3 to 5 minutes, so throw questions away at us. Okay, Stocks Exchange will remain open until we find a bigger exchange than Gravix. CryptoBridge is probably the most likely run. The last time we talked to them, it was going to be 2 to 4 weeks out. So hopefully very soon we'll be able to get on CryptoBridge. Personally, I find that as probably the best option for us right now. Yeah, we are going to leave Stocks Exchange open until an exchange like CryptoBridge opens up for us. So don't worry. And when we do shut down Stocks Exchange, it's not going to be sudden and all your coins are going to be gone. You'll be able to withdraw probably for a 2-week period or so. So there should be no issue with that. And it'll be well announced as well beforehand. Questions come in: how many devs are on the team, and how many of them are working on the back end and network improvements? So Extra, who's been away for a few days, is working on network improvements. I'm working with other coin developers to fix any network issues we're having at the moment. And we also then have the trunk, me, and we're working on a few more developers. So in total, the team has 4 developers, and we're expanding that. obviously. I think there's 3 more coming in the next week or 2. So hopefully that answers your question. We can give a rough ETA in the next month or so. We want to do it well, and we've been super busy with a lot of other things at the moment. So we're going to release this. We're going to release fixes to the current website at ZelCash, and that should have all the new information. And we'll probably post the updated white paper on there in a few weeks' time, two weeks' time or so. Okay, last 3 minutes for questions, and I think we're going to close up.
Hi, we had a question in the YouTube channel on the difficulty. Has there been an increase in the past week? From what I've noticed, it's been relatively stable, increasing just a slight bit here and there. There's been a couple little nice hash spikes that have bumped that up a little bit, but all in all, it's staying relatively stable as far as for the difficulty right now.
Thank you for that. Question of how we're going to market ourselves to draw in masses of people. Right now, we're not doing any marketing. We're not allocating a budget really to doing any marketing. We're not doing Twitter campaigns or anything like that, mainly because we want to get the core infrastructure working right. And we probably want to market ourselves with ZelTrez. That's going to probably draw the masses in. On screen now, you can see a small mock-up of ZelTrez and sort of the theme and what it's going to look like. Not all the icons are finished. This is a very rough prototype, but there you can sort of take a look. Excuse the slow frame rate stream, but there you can sort of see roughly how it's going to look like. You've got your portfolio, your account will be generated by another chain, sort of in the Lisk ID sort of system. Then you can modify that and edit it. If you have a private key, you can add your profile picture and stuff like that to it. More information on that will be written up as a white paper released with the ZelTrez application wallet thing. You can also see your portfolio is going to be there, and some may be able to work out that it says BTC as well as Zel there. That's, again, not lined up correctly, but it will be a multi-wallet. On the lock screen you saw as well, you can open it with your password or your ledger in reference to the Ledger NOS. We're going to work on integration with the Ledger NOS. So it's going to be a multi-wallet that opens up off the Ledger NOS. So you've got the hardware security. Then you can see exchange is written there. That's that won't be a feature that's going to release with initially. That's going to come along with, or at the same time as masternodes are released. Obviously, there's sections of this menu missing. The application section will have blockchain applications like the status messaging app, the Brave browser, and Substratum's browser eventually. Different applications. You can always add, there'll be an application store. So any decentralized applications that people want to have added, we'll add it to it. And there's the help section. Again, not really written or centered or anything, but it's sort of basic idea of how it's going to work and look. And then there's back to log off. That's a very rough prototype of what ZelTrez is going to look like. More information is going to come regarding ZelTrez and what it's going to become, but it looks pretty exciting from my aspect, and what we're going to make it sort of a cryptocurrency hub, really. There'll be a chat function to showcase how the decentralized development platform will also work. So that will be released again alongside the masternodes release a few weeks after when that's released, the Zel nodes. All right. I'll answer the last few questions. An ETA on Exodus. We don't plan on getting listed on Exodus. We plan on beating them. All right, guys. I think that's going to do it for today. Why are we okay? Hold on. Why are we anonymous? On the new website, you'll get to see our faces and names and LinkedIn's and everything. If not before, on the new website. What's the plan for partnerships? Again, we're aiming to get on Ledger, and we're working with a few other coins and organizations at the moment we can't quite name because they haven't been agreed 100% yet. But we're working, tirelessly. That's why this meeting's been a bit short, to organize and merge with other coins and work better together. Most of our stuff's open source, and anything we do find or fix, we're happy to share with the other coins, and that's sort of the cryptocurrency community at the moment, really, in the dev scene, which is great. All right, guys. Any closing words from any of you guys?
Just if they have questions, problems, just post them in the Discord. Mods will try their best to help you guys out. Appreciate it.
All right, guys. Thank you very much for another live meeting, and you can always catch us in the Discord. Have a good one.